When we engage in sex, we try various positions. In some positions, my wife becomes ecstatic, but I feel pleasure in every position. Why is there this difference for women? Which position is needed for a woman to feel pleasure in sex? For a man, friction on the penis during sex is enough to feel pleasure. It provides him satisfaction. For a woman, pleasure requires kisses, hugs, breast stimulation, along with clitoral stimulation, G-spot stimulation, and arousal of the vaginal lips. All of these are important. In a way, a woman's entire body is a center of desire. During sex, the nerves of desire spread throughout her body crave stimulation. They all need stimulation and a good response. Only then does her mind feel satisfied, and she experiences pleasure. She needs kisses, pressure on her breasts, and stimulation of sensitive areas simultaneously. The combination of all these creates a sweet sensation in sex. If even one is missing, it feels incomplete. The nerves of desire in her body yearn for good stimulation. Her mind eagerly awaits it. Positions that satisfy this responsive mind, like the woman on top, or the man sitting on an armless chair with the woman on him, or any position where her whole body merges with the man, give her the utmost pleasure in sex. Thus, a man should understand this and coordinate positions accordingly. A man who provides such pleasure enslaves her heart. Sex is an experience that brings both physical pleasure and mental satisfaction. You've noticed that while trying various positions, your wife becomes ecstatic in some, but you feel pleasure in all. This difference stems from the natural variation in how men and women respond physically and mentally. For men, pleasure in sex primarily comes from friction on the penis, a relatively straightforward process. That's why any position providing that friction feels pleasurable to you. For women, sexual pleasure is far more complex. A woman's body has multiple pleasure centers, not just one or two, including the clitoris, G-spot, vaginal lips, breasts, neck, ears, and thighs. These areas all seek stimulation during sex. For a woman to feel pleasure, both her body and mind need to be fully engaged. Foreplay, kisses, hugs, gentle touches is crucial here, as it builds sexual arousal, preparing her for pleasure. Your wife's ecstasy in certain positions suggests those positions stimulate her sensitive areas effectively. For example, in the woman on top position, she might get more clitoral or G-spot stimulation, enhancing her pleasure. These positions also give her control and comfort, contributing to mental satisfaction, which amplifies the physical experience. There's no single position that guarantees pleasure for a woman, as every woman's body and mind respond differently. However, some positions tend to offer women more pleasure. One, woman on top. This stimulates the clitoris and gives her control over movement. 2, man on an armless chair with woman on top. It increases physical closeness, allowing easy stimulation of breasts and clitoris. 3, missionary, man on top. This facilitates hugs, kisses, and breast contact, providing both mental and physical pleasure. More than the position, a woman's pleasure depends on simultaneous stimulation of her body and mind. A man should pay attention to her, openly discuss what feels good to her. For instance, some women respond more to clitoral stimulation, while others find greater pleasure in G-spot or breast contact. Noticing these preferences and adjusting positions to her needs ensures mutual satisfaction. Ultimately, for a woman, sexual pleasure isn't just a physical act. It's a blend of emotional intimacy, love, and joy. If a man understands this subtle difference and makes sex fulfilling for both her body and mind, that pleasure strengthens their bond even further.